Hello students, I am Vani Malhotra, SST Mistress from Government Middle School, Slamatpur, District, SAS Nagar, Mohali. Students, I had already done with you present tense and past tense. Today, I am going to give you a basic overview of the future tense. Tenses tells us how an action relates to the flow of time. Let's get started. Before moving further, students, I would like to ask you a question. What will you do if you become a Prime Minister of your country for a day? Some of you may say that they will change the entire system of education and make it purposeful, useful, and interesting, whereas others may have different opinion. So please think over this question. Students, first we should understand the meaning of tenses, which means time. It expresses the time at which the action described by the verb takes place. So students, there are main three tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Students, three main tenses are further divided into four subcategories, which are as under. Present tense is divided into four categories: present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Past tense, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous. Future tense, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, future perfect continuous. Let's start with the rules of subcategories of future tense. First, future indefinite tense. We use will, shall followed by first form of verb. Second, future continuous tense. In this we use will, shall plus be plus first form of verb plus ing. Third, future perfect tense. In this we use will, shall plus have plus third form of verb. Fourth, future perfect continuous tense. In this we use will, shall plus have plus been plus first form of verb plus ing. Let's start with future indefinite tense or simple future tense. It is used for indicating those actions that we think will happen in the future. In other words, we predict the future. In this tense, we use will, shall followed by first form of verb. Students, remember, first person singular and plural like I, we use shall with it. Second and third person singular and plural like you, he, she, it, they, we use will. For example, I shall go to see my friend. Second, he will join us for dinner. Let's take a look at simple future tense in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. First, affirmative sentences. He will go to Canada. Second, she will clean her room. Next is negative sentences. In this, we add will, shall plus not. Example, he will not go to Canada. Second, she will not clean her room. Let's move on to interrogative sentences in which we use question mark. For example, will he go to Canada? Question mark. Will she clean her room? Question mark. Let's move on to the future continuous tense. In this tense, we use will, shall plus be plus first form of verb plus ing. We use the future continuous tense to talk about an action or a situation that we think will be continuing at a particular time of the future. Students, always remember that with first person, singular and plural like I, we use shall. With second and third person, singular and plural like you, he, she, it, they, we use will. For example, I shall be singing in the concert tomorrow. Second, he will be studying at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Let's take a look at future continuous tense in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. First, affirmative sentences. Example, the baby will be sleeping in the afternoon. Second, she will be meeting Tom this Saturday. Next is negative sentences in which we add not. Example, the baby will not be sleeping in the afternoon. Second, she will not be meeting Tom this Saturday. Let's move on to interrogative sentences in which we add question mark. Example, will the baby be sleeping in the afternoon? Question mark. Next, will she be meeting Tom this Saturday? Question mark. Let's move on to the future perfect tense. In this tense, we use will, shall, plus have, plus third form of verb. The future perfect tense is used to indicate those actions that will be completed by a certain time in the future. Students, remember, first person, singular and plural like I, we use shall. second and third person singular and plural like you, he, she, it, they, we use will. For example, I shall have finished my homework by dinner time. Next, he will have learnt English by the end of this year. Students, listen to me carefully. Let's take a look at the future perfect tense in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. First, affirmative sentences. Example, we shall have shifted to our new home by next week. Second, the plane will have taken off by 2 hours. Next is negative sentences. In this, we add not. Example, we shall not have shifted to our new home by next week. Next is, the plane will not have taken off by 2 hours. Let's move on to interrogative sentences. In this, we add question mark. Example, shall we have shifted to our new home by next week? Question mark. Next, will the plane have taken off by 2 hours? Question mark. Moving further to future perfect continuous tense. In this we use will, shall, plus have, plus been, plus first form of verb, plus ing. The future perfect continuous tense indicates an action which we think will be going on continuously for a given time period of the future. Students, always remember first person singular and plural like I, we use shall. Next, second and third person singular and plural like you, he, she, it, they, we use will. For example, they will have been playing football for 3 hours. Next, we shall have been working for 1 hour. Students, listen to me carefully. Let's take a look at future perfect continuous tense in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. First, affirmative sentences. Example, she will have been eating vegetables for 3 months. Next, Ram will have been watching TV for 4 hours. Next, negative sentences. In this we add not. Example, she will not have been eating vegetables for 3 months. Next, Ram will not have been watching TV for 4 hours. Next is interrogative sentences. In this we use question mark. Example, will she have been eating vegetables for 3 months? Question mark. Next, Will Ram have been watching TV for 4 hours? Question mark. Students, we had done present tense, past tense and future tense. Let's revise their rules once again and repeat after me. First, we'll start with present tense rules. Simple present tense, we add first form of verb s, es or do does. Present continuous tense is, am, are plus first form of verb plus ing. Present perfect tense have, has plus third form of verb. Present perfect continuous tense have, has plus been plus first form of verb plus ing. Let's move to past tense. Simple past tense, second form of verb or did plus first form of verb. Next, past continuous tense was, were plus first form of verb plus ing. Past perfect tense had plus third form of verb. Next, past perfect continuous tense had plus been plus first form of verb plus ing. Next is future tense. First, simple future tense will, shall plus first form of verb. Future continuous tense will, shall plus be plus first form of verb plus ing. Future perfect tense will, shall plus have plus third form of verb. Future perfect continuous tense will, shall plus have plus been plus first form of verb plus ing. Filling the blanks with the correct form of verb using the hints given in the box. First, I'll read out sentences of simple present tense in which we use first form of verb. First, I dash hard. Second, he dash milk. Third, Ram dash vegetables. Fourth, Jim dash with his friends. Fifth, she dash to school every day. Second, simple past tense. First, I dash hard. Second, he dash milk. Third, Ram dash vegetables. Fourth, Jim dash with his friends. Fifth, she dash to school yesterday. Third, simple future tense. First, I dash hard again. Second, he dash milk again. Third, Ram dash vegetables again. Fourth, Jim dash with his friends again. Fifth, she dash to school. Students, let's see if you got them right. First, I'll speak out answers of simple present tense, then of simple past tense, and then of simple future tense. So check your answers. I study hard. Second, he buys milk. Third, Ram eats vegetables. Fourth, Jim works with his friends. Fifth, she goes to school every day. Simple past tense. First, I studied hard. Second, he bought milk. Third, Ram ate vegetables. Fourth, Jim worked with his friends. Fifth, she went to school yesterday. Next is simple future tense. First, I shall study hard again. Second, he will buy milk again. Third, Ram will eat vegetables again. Fourth, Jim will work with his friends again. Fifth, she will go to school. Students, solve this exercise using simple future tense. In bracket, first form of verb is given. First sentence, she dash bracket charge him fine tomorrow. Second, I dash bracket go to Spain. Third, I dash bracket read a novel tomorrow. Fourth, will you dash bracket do me a favor question mark. Fifth, the mechanic dash bracket fix my car. Let's see if you got them right. First, she will charge him fine tomorrow. Second, I shall go to Spain. Third, I shall read a novel tomorrow. Fourth, will you do me a favor? Question mark. Fifth, the mechanic will fix my car. Students, here's a writing skill practice for you. You went to a zoo with your friends. After looking at these pictures very carefully, you will write a paragraph on how did you enjoy with your friends in a zoo. Students, here's a paragraph on a visit to a zoo. The world is a huge place to see. It consists of so many living organisms that it is impossible to see all of them. Zoos were made to bring wildlife closer to humans. In addition, zoos are a great source of entertainment for children. It gives them exposure to wildlife and widens their knowledge. It was only last week that we visited the zoological garden. The atmosphere and experience were so memorable. We bought the entry ticket. As we entered the zoo, we came across a beautiful lake in which some birds were swimming. The birds were chirping. It was enchanting music. In the next enclosure, There were lions and leopards. We saw giraffe and tried to feed them. We saw an elephant dancing with joy. Then we went to an aquarium. There were fishes of many species. Just by the side of this enclosure, we saw polar bears and many more animals. After taking one complete round, we relaxed in a beautiful garden inside the zoo. Then we had snacks and drinks. We played together. It was a new experience. In the evening, we came back home. The visit to the zoo will always be remembered by us. Students, I hope you will enjoy this homework. Please write this question in your notebook. What will the world be like after coronavirus? Write a short speech on it and be ready to discuss in class. Students, here's a writing skill activity for you. Write this question in your notebook. What will you do to protect the Mother Earth? Write a short note on it. Students, I end my lecture with this inspirational quote by Mahatma Gandhi ji. The future depends on what we do in the present. Every day you are creating your future life. So use your time in a wise manner. That's all for today. Thank you everyone. Happy learning.